Before we begin, I want to offer a couple of reminders, just to let you know that this meditation is an invitation. You don't have to do it perfectly. You don't have to force anything. Also, if there is any kind of trauma in your childhood, you don't have to relive really heavy things today. If there are things that come up that feel really heavy or too much for your body, you can just take a break, take a breath, open your eyes, look around, just to ground yourself again. And if anything came up that feels really heavy that you want to speak about afterwards, you can always reach out as well. You can either sit comfortably or lie down, but I would suggest, if you're feeling really tired, not to lie down, because you might fall asleep and then kind of miss out on the process. So yeah, let the meditation meet you where you are today. There's no right or wrong way. If you brought a pillow, you can keep it close. At some points in the meditation, if you feel called to actually hug the pillow as if you're hugging your younger self, you can do that. So now let's begin by taking a deep breath down into our bellies, into our womb. You may place a hand on your heart or your womb space, or both. Breathing in and breathing out. Feeling where your sits bones touch the earth, the surface beneath you. Feel free to let out a sigh. Allow your body to soften, your shoulders to drop. Allow yourself to arrive here in this moment. As we move through this meditation, your mind may wander a little. That's okay. Simply notice and return to your breath, to your body, to the sound of my voice. And throughout this journey, feel free to move as much as you like. Follow the ways your body wants to express herself. We're going to take a journey together, back through time, to meet and revisit, and to honor previous versions of ourselves. All the women we once were. The ones who brought us to where we are today. So to begin, I invite you to start traveling back through the previous years of your life. Watch yourself become a little younger, little by little. 1 year, then another, until we arrive to about 6 or 7 years ago. Around the years 2019, 2020. A time when life, as many of us knew it, was being interrupted by COVID, the lockdown. There was uncertainty in the air. And for many of us, this time became a threshold, a moment where something shifted. So as you travel back to this version of yourself, I invite you to remember, where were you during this time? Where did you live? Who were you with? What was changing in the world around you? What was changing within you? And when you're ready, I invite you to imagine that you are standing in front of the door of the place where you used to live. It could be an apartment, or a house, or a room. The space that belonged to you in that season of your life. Feel your feet on the ground and envision the door right in front of you. And now imagine your hand reaching out towards the doorknob, gently opening the door, and as you step into the space, you see yourself standing there, the version of you from 6 or 7 years ago. She's standing there in the center of the room. Take a moment to really see her, to witness her. What is she wearing? How does she hold herself? What does her face look like? What is her energy like? And you can slowly begin to step closer to this younger version of you. And with every step, you may begin to feel her more clearly and remember what it was like to be her. As you meet this younger version of yourself, you can greet her in a way that feels right to you. Maybe you give her a hug or a smile, or you simply stand before her and look into her eyes, really seeing her, who she was, who you were back then. Take a moment to feel, is there anything you feel called to share with her? Anything you want to tell her? If you could speak to this version of yourself, now from where you are today, what would you want her to know? Maybe there are words of comfort or forgiveness. Maybe there's gratitude. And maybe she wants to respond. Maybe there's something she would like to tell you or ask you. And if you haven't made physical contact with this version of yourself yet, I invite you to gently do so now. Perhaps you hold her hands, or you place a hand on her heart, or you allow her to place her hand on yours. Connect with her, her medicine, her wisdom, her courage, her softness, her strength, her way of seeing the world, her way of dreaming, of becoming. And let yourself receive the gifts of this age. The wisdom of her experiences. The energy, the essence that belong to you, to her. And now imagine that this version of you is holding out a gift for you. It could be any shape or form. It could be a ball of light, an object, a symbol, a color, or just an energy. Trust whatever comes. And you can imagine her placing this gift gently into your hands. And when you're ready, you can bring this gift towards your heart. And you can literally put your hands on your heart right now, if that feels okay. Imagine this gift entering your heart space, becoming part of you again, taking in the pieces of her that you may have lost along the way, the pieces of her that would serve you now. Taking a deep breath in, and as you exhale, feeling this part of you integrating, coming home, returning to your body, to your heart, returning to the woman you are today. And if there's anything in her that still needs healing, anything she is struggling with, she's carrying, you can offer her something now, maybe words of comfort or guidance, or forgiveness, love, or just your presence. Offer her whatever comes from your heart. When you feel ready, you can gently thank her for who she was, for what she carried, for the path she walked, so that you can be where you are now. Now we're going to start traveling further back, moving gently back through time. And depending on your age, it might be a bit of a bigger jump or a smaller. But we're going to meet ourselves somewhere in our 20s, maybe early 20s. Remember the young adult version of you, finding her way in the world. Where did this version of you live? What did her days look like? Was she studying? Was she working? What did her life feel like? What did she look like? What clothes did she wear? What was her energy like? Now I invite you to imagine standing in front of the door of the place where she lived, where you lived. Perhaps a dorm room or a bedroom, an apartment, a shared space, wherever you spent that season of your life. Picture the door in front of you, and when you're ready, reach out your hand, gently open the door and step inside. And there she is, this younger version of you, this young woman you once were. Take a moment to really see her, to feel her energy, to look into her eyes. As you stand with her now, allow yourself to greet her in whatever way feels right. Is there anything you want to say to her? Ask her. You can do so now, or anything she wants to ask you or tell you. Whatever arises is enough. And if no words come, you're welcome to just feel into her energy. And as you connect with her, allow yourself to receive from her. Feel into the parts of her that want to come home with you now. Parts of her that still belong to you, but that may have been forgotten or left behind along the way. Maybe it's her courage, her freedom, her innocence, her wildness, her creativity, her sensuality, her clarity, whatever comes up. You don't need to name it perfectly, you can just feel it. Now you can imagine or envision this version of you holding a gift for you. A symbol of what she wants you to remember. Of what she wants you to carry forward. Whatever form it comes in, receive this gift and gently bring it to your heart. Let it enter your heart space. Let her medicine return to you. Let this part of you come home. Breathing in and out. And if there's anything you would like to offer her in return, words or blessing, forgiveness, gratitude, comfort, you can offer it to her now. Let her feel your love, your presence. Let her feel that she hasn't been forgotten. That you see her. And when you feel ready, you can thank her for who she was, for what she carried, for the path she walked. And we're going to gently begin to move further back in time. Another 7 years or so, moving gently through time until we arrive at the teenage version of ourselves. Whichever teenage version comes up for you that wants to meet you today. The young girl becoming a woman. The one who had just begun receiving her moon cycle, feeling the rush of new hormones, feeling everything so deeply and intensely. This young girl who was changing so quickly, transforming. Perhaps there was confusion, insecurity. Perhaps there was rebelling, a longing to be seen, to belong. Take a moment to remember her, to honor her. Where did she live? What did her world look like? What did her days feel like? What kind of clothes did she wear? How did she move through the world? How did her energy feel? Now I invite you to choose where you would like to meet her, whether it's the home you used to live in, your bedroom, a place she used to visit often, somewhere in nature that feels safer or better. When you're ready, envision yourself standing in front of the door or the entrance to this space, and slowly entering. And there she is in front of you, this teenage version of you. Take a moment to just see her. What does she look like? What clothes is she wearing? How does she hold herself? And as you step closer to her, you may begin to remember what life felt like back then. The intensity, the questions, the becoming, the tenderness, the fire, the innocence. And when you feel ready, you can greet her in whatever way feels right. Maybe you give her a hug, hold her hands, or you simply stand before her, looking into her eyes. Let her feel that you are here, that you see her. Witness her with kindness, with compassion, with tenderness. And is there anything you would like to tell her? Perhaps I love you. I see you. You are beautiful. You are not too much. Your body is sacred. Or maybe something like everything will be alright. Or maybe there's other words that come up for you. You can just offer them to her now. And if there's anything she wants to ask you or tell you, feel into that. Not forcing anything, simply listening, feeling, receiving whatever comes. Now, when you're ready, you can imagine this teenage version of you holding a gift in the palms of her hands, holding it out to you. A symbol, a color, a flower, a piece of jewelry, Could be anything. Trust whatever comes. And if it's just an energy, that's okay. Receive this gift, the medicine of this unique age, the wisdom of this girl who was becoming a woman. Her sensitivity, her truth, her potential. Receive this gift from her hands and gently bring it toward your heart. Imagine her essence entering your heart space, letting her medicine return to you, letting this part of you come home. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, feel her becoming part of you again. Integrated, honored, loved, remembered. And if there's anything you would like to offer her in return, a blessing, a thank you, a promise, a word of comfort, you can offer it now. When you're ready, you can gently thank her for who she was, for the woman she was becoming. And we'll begin to move further back through time. We allow another 7 years or so to pass, year by year, moving back from the teenage girl to the child, the little girl, maybe somewhere between 6 and 12 years old, primary school age, or whichever child version of you is calling you most clearly right now. Allow the version who wants to be met to appear. And as we continue this journey, I just want to remind you again that you're in choice. You don't need to enter any memory that feels too tender or too much. We're not trying to force memories or reopen what's not ready to be reopened. We're simply here to honor this little girl and to receive what feels safe and nourishing to receive. Take a moment to remember her. What was her life like? Where did she live? Who was she with? Where did she go to school? What did she love? What did she play? What did she dream about? What was she wearing? What did her little body feel like in the world? And again, you can choose the place where you would like to meet her. Perhaps the home you used to live in, her bedroom, the garden, or an imagined place that feels safe. When you're ready, you can imagine yourself standing at the entrance, at the door of this space. Imagining yourself slowly entering the space. And there she is in front of you, the little girl that you once were. Take a moment to see her, this small human, this little child, this younger you. Look at her face, her eyes, her little hands. The way she's standing there, the way she's looking up at you. Maybe as you come closer, you kneel down to meet her at eye level. You greet her in whatever way feels right. A smile or a hug, or simply by sitting beside her. And as you sit or stand with her now, let her feel you, your comfort, your kindness, your warmth. You can simply be there with her. And if you want to hold your pillow and just imagine that you are holding her, you can. Is there anything you would like to tell her? Perhaps I see you. I love you. You're precious. You're allowed to be here. You're allowed to feel, to play, to take up space. You don't have to carry everything alone. You don't have to be good all the time. You don't have to become anything to be loved. Or perhaps there are other words that come from deep within you. Words that this little girl needs to hear. You can offer them to her now. And maybe there's something she would like to tell you or ask you. Listen with your heart. And when you're ready, you can imagine that this little girl, this little version of you, is holding out a gift. Something small and precious in her hands. Something that belongs to her, that belongs to you. Something that symbolizes her joy, her wonder, her curiosity, maybe her playfulness or her trust, her innocence. You can receive this gift from her and gently bring it to your heart space. You can place your hands on your heart if you like. And let this gift enter your heart space. Let the medicine of this little girl return to you. Let the part of you that knew how to play come home. Take a deep breath in and gently exhale. And let your little girl be held inside your heart. Safe, loved, remembered. And if there's anything you would like to offer her in return, a hug, a promise, a feeling of protection, you can offer it now. And when you're ready, you can thank her. Thank this little girl for who she was, for the innocence and the wisdom she carried. And we're gonna move even further back, before school, before all the words, back to the little baby or the little toddler, whichever very young version of you wants to be met now. And it's okay if you don't see this clearly. You can just imagine, sense, or feel this tiny version of you, this beginning of a life. You may choose to meet her somewhere that feels safe, somewhere warm, gentle, protected. And as you meet this baby or this toddler, you can hold her if that feels right. Perhaps you're holding your pillow or your teddy, or if you brought anything to anchor in that feeling of being held, of giving and receiving comfort. And you can speak something to her or simply be by her side, hold her. Let her feel your warmth, your breath, your presence. This little being is so worthy, so sacred, already whole. Let yourself feel the miracle of her, the softness of her, the vulnerability, the life force, the pure beginning. And perhaps without words, she has a gift for you too. Perhaps it's just her breath, her trust, her aliveness, her innocence, her right to be held, her right to exist. Let yourself receive this gift through your body, through your heart. And as you hold her, imagine that the gift of this tiny version of you begins to glow, a small light, a seed, a pulse of life. And gently bring this light into your heart. Let this baby or toddler you return to your heart. Let this earliest innocence come home. Take a deep breath in and out. And when you're ready, you can offer this little one your love, your protection, your tenderness, your blessing. And let her feel you are wanted. You are safe with me. You belong. And gently thank her for arriving, for living, for beginning this journey of your life. And for the final part of this meditation, we're going to move back even further before birth, back into the womb space, into the dark, warm waters of becoming, the first home in your mother's womb, the place where your life began. There's no need to have a clear vision of this, no need to understand, just to feel, to sense this earliest version of you. This tiny, growing being. The seed of you, the pure potential, the miracle of life forming in your mother's womb. Before the world told you who to be, before you even had a name, before you had a story, before you had to carry anything, there was just this, a tiny heartbeat, a body forming, a soul arriving. You are a miracle. And as you witness this earliest version of you, you may feel how much power is in this tiny little being, this essence, the essence that was always there, that has lived through every version of you and still lives in you today. Feel this pure potential now, this original light, this first spark. And you can gently bring it to your heart and let it rest there. Let it glow there, and let it remind you you are still becoming, still unfolding. Anything is possible. The life force that brought you here still lives within you. Take another deep breath into your womb space. Let it out with a sigh. And from this place of pure beginning, we're slowly going to begin moving forward again, watching ourselves grow from the tiny seed in the womb to the little baby, to the toddler, the little girl, the child, the teenager, the young woman, and the woman you are today. How she has grown, how much she has survived and learned and become along the way. All the women you once were, all the selves you have lived through, all the versions who carried you here. Feel all their gifts in your heart. You can take a moment to honor them, to thank them, to bless them, to see how far you've come. To feel how much wisdom lives within you. Take a deep breath into your heart space. And exhaling, letting those gifts integrate into your entire body. Feeling all of you. Coming home. Now you can gently begin to return to the room you're in, feeling the surface beneath you, the space around you, feeling your body here and now, maybe moving your hands, your feet, stretching it out. Notice what came up for you, what your body is feeling like right now. When you feel ready in your own time, you can open your eyes and come back into the space. Carrying all of yourself with you, all the women who you once were. Thank you, beautiful women. I'm going to invite you to take your journal and just to do a little free writing practice of integrating whatever came up for you. Maybe you want to write down which gifts were given to you or things that you want to remember and take with you.